this way. We have a table ready for you.
Kylie,
Hi.
you look good.
Thanks.
Yeah, so. Kylie? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about something I gotta do later.
What is it?
I'm sorry, Dunstan.
It's okay.
I always want to touch base with old friends, but I never know what to say.
It has been 3 years. Okay, I've got an idea. You're still obsessed with puzzles, right?
I enjoy a good puzzle, yes.
Well, I used to play this game with the players on the baseball team. It's a puzzle of sorts, so you'll like it. When we got back from vacation, we'd each take turns deducing what the other had done based on hair, clothes. Your brother was good at it. He could read any of us like a book.
You're doing well for yourself.
You say so.
You don't have to be modest. The jacket and watch do plenty of talking. You are in sales.
What kind?
Real estate.
No.
Insurance.
No.
Okay, I give up.
I'm not in sales.
I would have bet good money that you were. You always had a way of reeling in suckers back in college.
Also had a mean batting average.
Baseball?
No, guess again.
Come on.
Campaign manager.
I never would have guessed that.
Just for a local politician, but make a few connections and one thing leads to another.
Wow.
See, I like this game because it makes you take in the whole person, not just their hair, their clothes. Those things lie. You gotta really look them in the eye to truly read them. My turn. You're in between jobs, but this is a transitional period in general. You're good at hiding it, but there's some disappointment in your eyes. You never fulfilled your dream of being the greatest puzzle solver. That was your dream, right?
You should see the Sudoku I have going. You fill in every box with a number from 1 to 9, but you can't repeat a number in a row or in one of the 3x3 squares. You were right though, Dunstan. I'm disappointed.
By what?
My brother, that whole situation.
I heard from Mary Schillinger that he'd gotten out of the hospital.
Well, she was wrong.
But what did Mary Schillinger ever really know? She had a big mouth.
I wouldn't know. I never knew that crowd too well. God, you're so slow.
I didn't realize it was a race.
My turn. The doctor said that the breaks in his skull and the concussions that my brother had were serious. But he was a real fighter, you know. My brother, he kept going. There was this one time, he was so out of it that he was drooling all over the hospital bed, and the nurse, she thought he was staring at her because he wouldn't look away. She thought he was staring at her breasts. So she's like snapping her fingers and clapping her hands in front of his face to, you know, try and get him to wake up. And it wasn't until he started flatlining that she realized that he wasn't staring, but he was dying. He died 2 months ago. We always knew that his injuries came from an attack. But before he told me what he'd been busying himself with in the months leading up to his attack. Turns out he found something out about some of his friends that he wasn't supposed to. Never had much to go on though, so I had to fill in the blanks. And I think I finally solved the puzzle. You recognize them, Dunstan? You probably knew them better than anybody else. Every note they hit, when they laughed, when they screamed, when they cried, when they begged.
I don't do too many puzzles. I can find them to be a tremendous waste of time.
Funny, they're a passion of mine.
You always were one for wasting time, weren't you? You ever been stumped by one?
No.
Never?
No, some are harder than others. This one was particularly hard to stomach, with what happened to Shelby, Diane, Martha, girls I went to school with ending up.
All right.
Was Mary Schellinger next? You mentioned her. Is her mouth too big for your taste?
Just big enough. Is that what you wanted to hear? Why are you doing this?
Morbid curiosity.
You know what they say about curiosity.
Yeah, I know.
Do you smoke?
No,
Care to join me outside while I do?
I'd love to.
I left my pack in the car.
There's a drugstore about a block away.
It's my lucky cigarette. Last one of the pack. You're parked in the garage too, right? How many pockets do you have in there? I'm not gonna try anything. The waiter saw me with you. So, what's this all about? You're no detective.
Those girls' families deserve to know the truth.
Didn't the paper say that those girls were runaways? I don't think they wanted anything to do with their families.
I don't think they wanted anything to do with the kind of hell they went through either. One found carved up in the river, another one upstate in the forest. Those girls had bruises on their pelvises. Wonder how they got those.
That's horrible.
These new missing persons cases are going to turn out the same way once those girls serve their purpose.
How do you mean?
Their abductor takes them home, brings his friends over.
Friends?
Different sized choke marks around the girls' necks. The police will agree with me on that.
Your brother couldn't have come up with all that himself.
He didn't. But he told me about oddities, outings to clubs, you stalking girls, some of the other baseball players.
Which one of them have you been speaking to?
Those girls may not have pressed charges, but it all adds up.
Who else have you been talking to?
I wouldn't have thought it would have been you, so I want to know why.
Me would be me.
I have more than enough evidence to put you away for life, so stop trying to play innocent.
This isn't about justice. This is about your brother's death.
Don't you dare.
Have you been paying for all those medical expenses?
Stop
Is
it.
this about money?
Shut up!
You don't care about those girls. You want to blame me for your brother. If this is about money, all I have to do is ask. I'm sure I can be persuaded.
Shut up.
I just want you to realize what this could all sound like to someone who didn't know you better.
And I want you to realize who you're talking to right now. I'm not your friend from college. I am not the girl whose brother you used to play baseball with. I'm your judgment, and I am the last person that you want to play games with right now, Dunstan, so don't try it.
Is that so?
Yeah.
That's quite a bark you've got there. Does the bitch bite?
Only when it's worth the rotten taste in her mouth.
Oh, you're a lot of fun, Kylie. I like you. I wish we could have met under better circumstances. You fumbling around for that tiny can of pepper spray. Kylie, you shoot and you sign your own death warrant, just like your brother did. No, all those friends of mine, they'll destroy you, and I don't think you'll have to worry about who talked. We'll weed them out real quick.
I don't think I'll have to worry about any of you anytime soon.
I don't think you understand the gravity of the current situation.
Funny. I was gonna say the same thing. Things may not have been about the girls, but at least my brother can rest in peace with you in prison.
You know, the least that can be said about me is that I had friends. The same couldn't be said about you. You were alone. No brother, no family, no friends, and no more puzzle to solve. You were desperate to find something that keeps you from slitting your own wrist, you pathetic, lonely freak.
Approaching suspect.
Be advised, suspect may be armed.
10-4. Any weapons on you? Aiding now, approach quickly. Alright, hands behind the back.